This is the third part of this particular thing that I'm talking about, so please watch the other two first. Okay, so we're talking here that the Anunnaki knew the difference between spirits and angels. Angels were, to Enoch, angels were just Anunnaki, same as if I called a cab driver a cab driver. I don't call him human, I call him a cab driver. And that's what an angel is. It's a messenger. It's one of the Anunnaki coming down. And there's higher up Anunnakis that are called holy angels, but really they're just sort of like supervisors. And so here's a paragraph here. I saw the paths of the Anunnaki, and I saw the end of the earth, the firmament of the heaven above. In other words, space. We changed that to space, and we changed firmament to atmosphere. So the next video you have to watch as well. Okay, to finish off proving that the Anunnaki knew the difference between an angel, which is just a name, for, as you watch the other videos now hopefully, just a name for an Anunnaki or a job, and spirits. So here we go. In one of the chapters here, then said Uriel, one of the holy angels. Now, as I mentioned before, holy angels means the higher up jobs, you know, like a supervisor or a manager, that kind of thing. One of the holy angels who was with me. So they're physical beings, not angelic and spiritual. Now, if you look here, so chapter 22, I saw, in brackets, the spirit of a dead man. Do you see that? Spirit, dead. So they know the difference between an angel and a spirit, and they've said it many a times, as you see here. We've all heard of witchcraft and curses and voodoo dolls, but where did that come from? What's the earliest record of it? Well, actually, it's the Book of Enoch, which we all know predates the Bible. So let's have a look at what the Book of Enoch talks about curses. So here's a paragraph. And for you, the goddess, there shall be a curse. Now, they do talk about the curse a lot, and it's actually not like a curse as in a swear word. It's actually a curse as in they're going to curse you. And this is just a handful of descriptions here, but they do it a lot. They do talk about cursing people. So we don't know whether or not the curse is some sort of magic, or whether they've put a curse on someone and then sort of the jinn comes to attack them, which is possible. But they certainly believed in a curse of some sort. The moment you've all been waiting for, a real Anunnaki. There he is. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now look at this watch. So, okay, they're way different watches, as you can see. But here's the footage that was shot in a tomb in Iran. Yes, Iran, which is the same place, wait for it, that the Sumeria was. So that makes sense that a tomb would have the Anunnaki in it. So this is a sarcophagus, and it's apparently 12,000 years old, which, as we know, the people that's smart, we know the pyramids were built about 12,000 years. Obviously, mainstream say, no, we weren't that smart back then. Now, if this is a genuine Anunnaki in a stasis chamber, now apparently there was a couple of others that woke up and were relocated by the government. If this is a fake one, a fake video, I saw this about 10-15 years ago, so it's older than mobile phones, and it is shot with a camcorder. There's a hell of a lot of detail. Obviously my footage here showing you is really poor, but if you actually watch the video, you'll see there's a hell of a lot of detail gone into this. I mean, they could have just put a guy in a, if it's fake, they could have just put a guy in a bloody, you know, sarcophagus, or just, you know, some bricks around him, and we wouldn't have known any difference. But they, if this isn't, you know, if this is real, then it makes sense. If it's fake, they've done a hell of a lot. There's that watch thing again. It looks like a watch, but it's not. It's obviously some device that they use. So go and watch it. Now, the Anunnaki there, the guy, the king, we call him a king, but obviously they're Anunnakis, or a god, whatever you want to call him. So he is pale-skinned, which makes sense, because that's what the Book of Enoch and everything else talks about them being. I know some people say that they believe they're black, but there's nothing there to say that they're black. So have a look, tell me what you think.